and painting.
And how are you feeling today, Jen?
I'm feeling great.
She's feeling great and she's looking great, right? Okay, so since you have already picked the question, Mark, can you please read it to her?
Gusto na mag-open o ganang enroll na ako na question.
Are you nervous?
I think I'm the one who is nervous.
Okay. Okay, Mark was nervous.
Okay, your question, candidate number 1. Do you think that the nurses of today face more pressure of performance than the previous generation of nurses? Do you want me to repeat the question? Okay. Do you think that the nurses of today face more pressure of performance than the previous generation of nurses?
Thank you for that question. Good afternoon, everyone. I do not believe that is so. Despite the fact that today technology is fast advancing and the new nurses are having access to this, I believe that the nurses of the past have more pressure on their shoulder because even though they have limited resources, they have built a foundation for our nursing practice today. With this, I believe that we should be thankful to the nurses of yesterday because they have given us a legacy in order to provide quality care to patients. Thank you.
Very well said.
Very well said indeed. And the people were like holding their breath while she was answering. Thank you so much, Jen.
That's candidate number 1.
So what reason, Jen, you should have seen your face when she was answering. You were like holding your breath and you were looking like this.
Okay, without further ado, let's move on to
contestant number 2, Miss Thea Inez Punsalan.
Miss Thea Inez Ponsalan, that's cooking.
Yes, she loves cooking and
A wife material.
yeah, wifey material for men and women.
Okay, can you pick your question?
So Thea, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling awesome.
Okay, she feels awesome. Another adjective.
We can write
Yes.
later on. Okay. Would you like to ask a
Yes,
question,
sir.
Jared?
Are you nervous in any way?
Quite nervous.
She was quite nervous, so that's the confidence, girl. That's the confidence. So Thea, your question is, as a nurse, what can be your greatest contribution to the community? Do you want me to repeat the question? Okay, as a nurse, what can be your greatest contribution to the community in your own time, Thea?
A pleasant afternoon to each and everyone. To answer that question, people in the medical profession, including nurses, can really be considered everyday heroes. My contribution to my everyday heroism at work is to show my fellow nurses, my patients, my friends, and the family members of my patients that I am passionate and I have selfless service to them. Thank you.
Wow!
Thank you so much.
Supporters for Thea, give it up! Oh, Kim, that was a wonderful answer right here. Thank you so much, contestant number 2, Miss Thea Inez Pallet. I'm sorry, that's Thea Inez
It's
Punsalan.
just again the Thea Palad. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Thea. Okay, let's proceed. Candidate number 3, Miss Mary Grace Ricardo.
Thanks to Mary Grace Ricardo, where are you at?
You have a lot of friends. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling thankful and very grateful.
Thankful and very grateful. Wow.
Would
Are you nervous in any way?
Somehow, but still feeling grateful.
You shouldn't be, because you look great tonight.
Yes.
Pick a
Couldn't
question.
agree more. Okay.
And your question is. Yes, trying to enroll that is like trying to get chewing gum, right? It's difficult.
Okay, candidate number 3. Your question. What do you think is the greatest problem in our healthcare system that we are facing today? What do you think is the greatest problem in our healthcare system that we are facing today?
For me, as what I have observed, the insufficiency of supplies or the insufficiency of medical treatment, especially in the primary and secondary facilities, resulting to referring the patients to the tertiary hospitals that causes overcrowding and increase in mortality and morbidity. So I hope that the government for today will address to that concern for the betterment of the Filipino people.
There we have it, your future PMA president. Thank you so much, Miss Mary Grace Vitaro. And by the way, her hobbies are sleeping and traveling. So I think we should do that more, right? In order to get her brains, to pick her brain more.
It's really helpful. Yes. Let's move on. Candidate number 4.
Miss Hannah Lynette Ninyal. Hannah Lynette Ninyal is into swimming, interior designing, and photography.
I love photography. We should go out sometime.
That's okay. That was fast.
Let's give her time. How are you feeling, Miss Nina? She is excited. I think about the photography that we're going to do. Okay, Miss Hannah, would you like to pick your question? Patay suyab, no? Okay.
Maode na post ka, ha? So, your question, Hannah, is who is the most influential nursing theorist in your life? Who do you find your belief as a nurse is parallel with, and why? Do you want me to repeat the question? Who is the most influential nursing theorist in your life? Who you find your belief as a nurse is parallel with, and why? In your own time, my dear.
Thank you for that question. The influential nursing theorist for me is Joyce Travelby, because she has a kind towards her patients and with a heart to her career, and she have a good relationship with other people. As a nurse, we should be compassionate with our career and a warm-hearted towards others and especially for our patients. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for that. Your future nursing theorist.
Yes. Very compassionate.
Thank you
so much, Miss Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's talk about the next contestant, shall we?
I think we finished the half. I think they are ready. Candidate number 5.
Miss Charlene Avila.
Hello, Miss Shirley.
Where are Charlene's fans? Okay, the energy just died down. I think they're hungry. Anyway.
Okay.
Miss Charlene Avila, by the way, Mark, is into baking and breathing.
Wow.
Writing
Another
material.
writing material.
For men.
Yes. For men too. Okay. No, let's don't forget about Charlene. How are you, Cha?
Yeah. How many cesarean sections in a day? So, anyway, please pick your question. By the way, Charlene is also my co-cluster. Yeah, I'm not biased though. I'm just stating facts. Anyway, your question is, how do you see yourself as a nurse 5 years from now? Do you want me to repeat the question? How do you see yourself as a nurse 5 years from now? Ma'am Sarah is listening.
Good afternoon, everyone. 5 years from now, I see myself as an expert in the field that I am working in, gradually assuming responsibilities as opportunities present. To be in my development, wherein I can teach others on what I am doing. I want to be a mentor and a model who has the willingness and dedication to serve. Because a life lived in service is a life worth living.
Thank you so much for being here. Our learns to chief. Yeah. Mag-bonding mo na akong kanain.
Okay. Thank you so much. That's something. That's something. Okay. That's deep for that contestant. Thank you so much, candidate number 5. Now let's proceed. Candidate number 6. Candidate number 6 is Ms. Kirsten June Ubahi. Did you know that Katrin, she's into cosplay and she's a self-proclaimed otaku?
Wow, that's otaku, by the way, is a fan or a geek in Japanese term. Mostly, otaku is a term related to fans of the anime, like anime genre in film. So that's the animated Japanese girl.
How are you, Ms. Kirsten?
So you're into cosplay. Are you feeling nervous?
Yeah, I'm feeling nervous, but I do understand it.
Okay, she's feeling nervous and ecstatic at the same time. Wow, bipolar.
Are you ready for your question?
Pick your question.
Okay. I'll read your
Fans of Kirsten, show your love. She looks pretty though, right? Really, really pretty.
Very, very, very pretty. Okay, your question, Ms. Kirsten. Do you think affordable healthcare for all Filipino citizens is a right or a privilege, and why? I would like to repeat that question. Do you think affordable healthcare for all Filipino citizens is a right or a privilege, and why?
You're old fashioned.
Thank you for the question. I do believe that affordable healthcare should be a right. If it's a right, the government will provide a budget. If there's a budget, there will be enough supplies and materials given to primary and secondary hospitals, in which we will have lesser patients here in the tertiary hospitals. If there is a budget, there are supplies, there will be early detection of the diseases, and if there's early detection, there will be prevention and cure. Thank you.
There you go! Thank you so much,
As they say, prevention is better than cure.
Thank you, Ms. Kirsten. I have a very insightful answer.
Yes,
right?
candidate number 6, thank you for that answer.
Now let's call on candidate number 7, Ms. Chara May. Wow, hi, Chara. Feeling nervous?
I'm more proud that you're representing Pastor 2 for the very first time in the
Wow. Thank you so much. By the way, Chara is a wide reader. So she likes reading books. So I think we should learn something from her.
Okay, now let's pick your question. Okay.
Pasok ka dia, Pi. Pasok ka dia.
I'll read your question.
Ini alay guman.
Guys, we need to give the lady a time to think. So please. Okay. According to the World Health Organization, there is an urgent need for HIV testing across the globe. Do you believe that HIV testing should be mandatory? Why or why not? Would you like me to repeat the question? Okay. According to the World Health Organization, there is an urgent need for HIV testing across the globe. Do you believe that HIV testing should be mandatory? Why or why not?
A pleasant day to each and everyone, first and foremost. HIV testing is one way to promote awareness. However, I think making it mandatory is highly coercive and an intrusive measure. As nurses, we should always advocate to the rights of our patients for them to have total control and power over their health. HIV testing will give us a diagnosis, but I believe that a diagnosis alone never mitigated an epidemic. But with a thoughtful and caring guidance, I believe that it will help them to become more responsible enough to avoid such unsafe behaviors. And I think that's how we can help some of our brothers and sisters who already feel that they are the least, last, and the lost ones of our society. Thank you, and may God bless us
Wow. Wow. We should read more.
You should read more. No,
We're running out of candidate.
last but not least, our candidate number 8 is Edna Esposer. Hello. Edna, by the way, is into horseback riding and gun shooting for target practice. So a lady with a gun.
Over here. She's doing fine.
Are you nervous?
I'm kind of nervous.
She's kind of nervous, but you don't look like it. You look confident right here.
Okay, that's
Please ask a question. Okay, let me just read this. Edna, your question is, what will be your contribution to mitigate malnutrition? Again, you want me to repeat the question? What will be your contribution to mitigate malnutrition in your own time?
Thank you for that question. Well, what I can do is I will become a nurse educator to my fellow men. I will give them lectures and seminars about health and the process of diseases and the importance of health. And that way, they will be able to motivate themselves and to be helpful to one another. And also, I will endorse family planning. Thank you.
Well, there you go. It's Edna Esposer, ladies and gentlemen.
long-term plan. I think the government should listen. Okay, thank you so much, candidates.
Thank you.
I think it's high time.
So, by the way, thank you, ladies, for proving that you do not only possess the beauty, but also the brains. Back to you, Nina. Nina?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Alright, at this point in time, our lovely ladies will be given a lovely surprise from our dear trauma nurses. They call themselves the On-Calls. Let's give it up to them!
Test mic. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon, Soto. Before we start, we'd like to inform everyone that we're not professional singers, but we're professional nurses. Professional nurses with a heart and with a talent. So please bear with us. Sit back and relax and enjoy the show. Hello. 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 Magsabong ni, mula ako bigas ani. Sit back, relax lang. Ano ba?
Okay, extra na microphone. Two. Two. Three. Four.
There I was, to please and share. Your world, that we know. I know the night for all about anything. You brought me out of the shade. You made the world to me. And before I knew, there I was, so in love with you. Give me a reason for my being, and I love what I feel. You gave me a beginning to my life, and I don't beyond this sea. And it all began when I met you. Love you like that. I never make a promise that I don't intend to keep. So when I say forever, forever's what I mean. I know Casanova, but I swear this much is true. I'll be holding nothing back when it comes to you. You dream of love that's everlasting. Baby, open up your heart. I can love you like that. I can make you my world. Heaven and I'm sorry.
Where are you at, Ma'am Sarah?
Sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Please show up. Ma'am Sarah, oh, you're there. We have a special something for you.
I'm sorry, are you there? I'm sorry. Malayo. I'm sorry. Of course, we would like to thank the special appearance of Dr. Aquino. Here you are, Miss Nursing 2017. Give a round of applause to Dr. Aquino. But I would. It's my privilege to speak in front of him and to say.
Yes,
So right now, at this junction,
I think we'll be giving the special awards.
yes, we will be giving a special set of awards to our candidates. So, are you ladies excited? Okay, I am excited too. So the first special award is Miss Congeniality. Known by her peers as the most friendly, helpful, genuine, and outgoing candidate in the pageant, Miss Congeniality is given by the most discerning judge of all. It's given the vote by the most discerning judge of all, and that's their co-candidates. So they were given time prior to this competition to vote. And our Miss Congeniality is drumroll. Imaginary color. Our Miss Congeniality to give the award is Mom Jeannie Aguilar and Mom Olympia. Okay, to give the award are two of the most formidable OR nurses, supervisors. So, our Miss Congeniality is contestant number 5, Miss Charlene Avila. Yes, thank you so much for that. There you go. So Charlene is the most friendly among the bunch. But I guess all the other ladies are friendly as well, right?
The next award is Best in Production Number. So can you hand it in? Alright, so for the Best in Production Number, to give the award, we have Mr. Ernesto Adolfo.
Sir Adolfo?
Are you here?
Alright, we have Sir Adolfo.
Okay, Sir Adolfo is here.
Okay.
So for the Best in Production Number, may I know your bet, guys? Alright, for our Best in Production Number, we have contestant number 2.
Contestant number 2.
Pequeña Inés Punzalan.
Congratulations.
Okay, looking gorgeous, okay. And also looking so dapper, Sir Adolfo. Okay.
What will be our next award?
Next award will be the Best in Swimwear.
Swimwear.
I'm sorry, that's for the Twitter. What is wrong with me? Low glycemia? Hypoglycemia, everyone. Is it?
I think you're thinking, like, imagining them in their sleep.
Yeah, that's kind of scary though. I'm not gonna. Anyway, so our Miss Sportswear, the contestant highlights the relevance to sports, beauty, and the beauty of figure and sustainability of the chosen sportswear. So, our best in sportswear is candidate number 5. To give the award for sportswear, may we call on Dr. Regina Alfonso. Congratulations, Shirley. Wow, winning smile.
Congratulations.
There you go, our best introduction number.
Candidate number 5. Okay, now I have the envelope for our next special award. The best in casual glam rock. Who's your bet? I didn't hear a number actually. So what's your bet?
Again, who's your bet?
Okay.
Right.
This candidate goes beyond the regular Sunday's best attire. So her life is a fashion show and everywhere else is a runway. To be awarded by one of our judges, Miss Gina Fontanos. Ma'am, thank you. Okay, so our Miss Casual Glam Rock is candidate number 5.
Which one really love
Wow.
Wow. This one is going wild as it is very moment.
Handle award.
Congratulations again, Shirley.
And the last award will be the best in evening gown. So class and elegance, this is what this portion is all about. Phenomenal poise and bearing, extraordinary.
So are you guys ready for the best in round? Who do you think bags the award? Is it us? Okay, but before we give the winner for best in long gown, let's move first to the other award. That's the Miss Photogenic.
Okay. Let's first give the award for the Miss Photogenic. So this candidate projects an image consistent with beauty and elegance. As they say, picture says 1,000 words. So our best in to give the award, we have the ever beautiful, I am sure she's here, Mrs. Zenaida Maningo. Hi ma'am, good afternoon. Now, we don't have the envelope with us, so let's take a look at the AVP. For our Miss Photogenic, who's your bet? Okay, AVP. Oh, okay, we have the frame.
We have the frame, so
It's candidate number.
okay, I think Ma'am Zemi will just reveal the frame.
Wow!
Okay, there we go! Our Miss Photogenic is contestant number 2, Miss Thea Inez Puzan.
Congratulations!
Again.
Candidate number 2.
Congratulations once again.
Right? Congratulations to you. Very well. Alright, right up next will be the best in evening gown. This is to be awarded by Mr. Marks Franco Valencia.
Or Miss Evening Gown is
For the best in evening gown, we have contestant number 5.
Congratulations once again, Miss Shirley Avila.
Picture. Congratulations to all the winners.
Yes, very well deserved, guys. Very well deserved.
Okay, so now this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. From 8 lovely ladies, only 3 will remain.
Who do you think will make it to the top 3?
Now we have the envelope here.
Will it be the contestant from cluster 1 or from cluster 2? Will it be from cluster 3?
Where's cluster 4?
Cluster 5.
Or cluster number 6?
Don't give up, you still have the chance. Cluster number 7.
Show more love, cluster number 8.
Okay. In no particular order.
Alright, so in the selection of the top 3 finalists, the composition shall be based on the production number 15%, the sports attire 15%, the casual glam rock wear 15%, the evening gown 15%, the question and answer portion 40% for a total of 100%.
Okay. So now I think let's go down to our top 3. In no particular order. You are in top 3. Candidate number 5. Candidate number 5 is Mr. Neil Avila.
You are still part of the competition. Candidate number 7. Miss Chara Gardiana. Congratulations.
So who's your bet for the final spot?
Okay, the crowd is very warm.
Alright, for the last spot, we have candidate number. There you have it, candidate number 2.
Good job.
Alright, we have our top 3. Again, let's give them a warm round of applause.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, our top 3. Miss Charlene Avila, Miss Thea Inez Puntalan, and Miss Shara Gabiana.
Let's also give a big round of applause to the other contestants. They all deserve to be called winners. A round of applause, please.
Right.
Now, I think we need to go up on stage for our top 3.